PFRDA, which is the Pension Fund Regulatory Authority, hoping to start investing in sovereign green bonds. What does it really mean for pensioners?
So, Shweta, what it really means for pensioners is that there is one more asset class in which
their money will be
invested. Right. Now, look at the corpus that PFRDA has. The assets under management of the pension corpus of the National Pension Scheme, Atal Pension Yojana, so many other pension schemes that we have. All of these are regulated by PFRDA, right? Assets under management for PFRDA last fiscal, 31st March 2023, closed at about 9.7 lakh, closed at about 8.98 lakh crores, almost 9 lakh crore rupees of assets under management last year. As of 8th July this year, that 9 lakh crore almost touched 10 lakh crore rupees, right? And given the way the markets are going right now, PFRDA Chairman Mr. Deepak Mohanty believes that the corpus could surpass the 11 lakh crore mark as well, right? So that is the volume of the corpus available under PFRDA. Now, how does this corpus grow? This pension funds which get accumulated are deployed back into markets, mostly into safer bets, right? Which would be bonds, which would be even US Treasury, for example. It could be other safer assets. Gold could be one asset class. Up until now, the diversification into pure play equities had not been very robust, right? But I think last 2 years or so, ever since the OPS, NPS debate started, old pension scheme versus new pension scheme, the idea being that let's not restrict our retired golden years folks to actually just depend on what their stipulated pension is, rather give them the advantage by opting for new pension scheme to get market-linked returns on their investments, given the overall bullish sentiment in the markets. And therefore, part of the corpus would be invested in safer havens, part of the corpus would be invested in equities. And that investment in equity markets by way of PFRDA and the 10 fund managers who manage this large AUM of almost 10 lakh crore rupees, the investments made in the equity markets and the overall diversified markets has yielded a return of almost 22% last year. And 22% is well above the average, market return that you expect over a long-term horizon of equity markets returning about 12%, 13%. So a 22% return on the corpus, on the AUM invested by PFRDA and the 10 fund managers therein. Now, what are these sovereign green bonds? And what are the sovereign gold bonds? And what are the other sovereign bonds?
Now, green bonds, to be particular.
Sure.
That's very interesting,
right.
I think. For people who believe in, we keep talking about SDGs, we talk about sustainable developments. And so this is where I think sustainable development kicks in.
That's right. So what are these bonds really, these government-backed, sovereign-backed bonds? These bonds are primarily financial instruments which the government launches every now and then to be able to suck out some money from the system, right? If the government needs 16,000 crore rupees, it says, let me create a bond through which I can raise 16,000 crores, which is exactly what the government did last year, right? The 16,000 crore rupees is what the government raised when it launched the maiden tranche of SGRBs. These are green bonds, not gold bonds. So SGRBs. So the first maiden announcement that happened last year for SGRBs, the government was able to raise 16,000 crore rupees to deploy into more sustainable, environmentally friendly, climate friendly industries, businesses, infrastructure, and so on, right? Now, how this really works is government issues these bonds, RBI usually pays the government money, 16,000 crore rupees, Senyaraj, right? 16,000 crore rupees, takes these bonds, and then these bonds can be opened up to general public, institutional buyers, being traded on the stock markets as well. So overall, multiple takers come and buy these government bonds of the RBI. Now, this 11 lakh crore rupees corpus, which is likely to be surpassed by pension funds, part of that is likely to be invested in the next tranche of the sovereign green bonds.
Okay.
Right. So primarily that's it. There's not much to read into it. So I think the diversification now is coming by way of not just safe havens, which are government backed, which are government bonds, treasury bills, etc., and the slightly riskier but high return yielding stock market investments. And then, of course, the fixed deposits and the other safer bank-linked investments. Now, PFRDA is saying that it is also going to consider parking a good amount of this corpus of 11 lakh crore rupees into the sovereign green bonds when they open for the next trade.
All right. So I think at least for pensioners, they can rest assured that the money that they're going to get or the money that they're going to earn by the way of interest rate would be from funds that are usually going into developed country in a more sustainable fashion, less greenhouse emission. Anybody who cares for the environment
out there,
which
their
they
have earned is being put to good use by going into greener avenues.
Absolutely, greener avenues as they move into greener pastures.